Well, if you're a fan of catching northern pike, then you'll want to pay attention to this week's edition of Fishing Tips as Ray and Mandy teach us about leaders, a seldom used but very effective way to catch pike.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Gildow for Fishing Tips. I'm going to talk a little bit, and Mandy's going to talk a little bit about leaders. And leaders are something that a lot of people don't use anymore, which is one of the reasons why you see a lot of jigs in fish's mouths, especially if they're northern pike. But I like to use a jig with a leader when I'm fishing for pike. It's just, you're going to land a lot more fish, you're not going to lose as many, you're not going to have as many jigs disappearing in a fish's mouth. And I like to go light. You can get a leader like this, is probably a 15, 16 pound test. You can also get nylon and steel leaders, and you can get them for any size and any length that you want. They are really a good way to save, especially crankbaits. If you know, crankbaits are now $10, $11, $12, and casting those out and having something snap them off, run away with them is a pretty expensive venture. The other thing, you can buy little worm hooks ups like this with a spinner, and it's got a leader on it too. This is made for bass, and it's not a heavy-duty leader, it's a light-duty one. But they come in all varieties and sizes, and there's times when you should definitely use a leader. Mandy's going to talk about another one.
So, the application of the leader, obviously we're here in Minnesota, we're talking about our toothy critters, we're talking muskie, we're talking pike. Here again, heavy gauge leader. The nice part is these actually clip. You can just clip them right on. And gosh forbid you're using an antique lure that you sure like, you don't want to lose. The opposite end is, this is a really super heavy duty fluorocarbon line. In this one, actually, you have to self-tie onto whatever you're going to use, but it does do double duty. How we talked about previously with using different types of, with leaders like fluorocarbon or mono to make that invisible, so this would be an invisible leader.
I'm Ray Gildow for Lakeland News.
And I'm Mandy Eric, the bass biologist.
Oh, I did not know leaders had kind of gone out. Oh, well, we used those all the time when growing up.
They were talking about leaders. I thought they were talking measurements at first, and then I realized I'm not a big fisherman. That's why.
Yeah, you need those for, well, at least we used to, for northerns and muskies for sure.
Lakeland News is member-supported content. Please consider supporting Lakeland News today.